he states that he is eternal student of life, perpetually learning life skills.
Yes, God is man-made, according to me. And but of course, it's amazing how we have evolved from apes, from not having the basic capability of thinking to going such extents now of even going to outer space. Positive about corona and positive about being corona negative. Namaste.
Why so?
Because it's important for us to stick to our roots, and namaste is, according to me, the world's best and most, I think, the best way to greet someone. Also, because I still remember once you had explained in one of our math classes, namaste is not only a greeting, but it's also a thing where your nerve endings, where you connect both your fingers and both your fingers touch. I still remember.
Yes, you remember what was the theme for our Round Square conference in 2016?
In Dubai, it was Utopia, right? One world for all. Utopia.
And you were a very active part. You played a very active role in that.
Sorry, sir, I lost you.
Yeah, you played very active role in that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
I
was fortunate enough to lead our group for that conference.
And that active role includes mingling with people, but that is not the only thing. Okay, that is only a part of the entire exercise, right? Yeah.
Part of the experience.
Yeah. So this was the logo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Utopia. Just a minute. Yeah, this was the logo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Utopia, not just free.
So I'd love to hear from you about your experience. Now, let me go to the next slide. And these are the 6 ideals around which Round Square is developed, right? Yeah, let me take you there. Yeah. So, would you like to take over, like, your experience, first-hand experience about these ideals in any order? You may not touch upon all the ideals. That is fine.
All right. I am not able to see the bottom.
Spirit of leadership.
Okay. So I'll start with spirit of internationalism, since on the top of the cycle.
Yeah.
So spirit of internationalism is as self-explanatory as the term is we need to look at ourselves as citizens of the world, citizens of planet Earth, rather than splitting ourselves into an Indian or an Asian or an American or a Russian or a Chinese and so on. So this one pillar is actually very, very strongly bound and grounded as far as Round Square is concerned, because they have member schools all over the world, and students across different regions, almost every corner of the world. I think every country apart from North Korea have schools which are a part of which are member schools of the Round Square body.
Yeah, and the number of schools is not too many viewers, like only few schools.
It's a very prestigious organization, and even being a member of that beautiful group calls for a lot of scrutiny and a lot of criteria to be met for any school as well.
And so just 1 minute. Yes, one sec. That time, like when you were there, 2016, you left school in 2017. That time we were not global member, we were regional member, but now we are global member.
Global members, yes, yeah. I heard of that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you continue. Yeah.
In fact, I think our global member got sanctioned. That's why we also got a chance to go to Switzerland, right, for the RSIC.
Yeah.
For which even I actually went with representing Sardar Birla.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first principle, spirit of internationalism, just talks about appreciation for diversity and how humans are diverse in terms of their own backgrounds, their own cultures, their own mindsets and experiences. And the second is the spirit of environment. Of course, we are all products of Mother Earth, and we are living at her mercy, in fact. And whatever we are doing, whatever progression we are doing, we owe it to the nature and to the environment. So we also need to be really vocational about safeguarding and working towards a very sustainable environment, because there's a very famous what goes around comes around. So the more you do damage or the more you do bad, for Mother Nature, that's the more of that you're going to actually get back. For
And-
one example, COVID.
COVID, yeah.
Your partner.
Yeah.
So,
My darling, yeah.
your darling,
Yeah.
your darling, yeah. And the third one is the spirit of service. Man is a social animal, as we all know. Man needs man to survive. You cannot, sit. One man cannot just survive with himself, with himself, because for all the resources or sources that he needs, man is the only person who can create even that. So it is also important for us to serve and give back to so many people who are not fortunate enough to have been blessed with a lot of positive things or advantages of being in good positions in life. So that's the third.
I'll just interrupt you here for 1 second, about this spirit of service. What you have said just now, are you saying this as a piece of theory or as a practice? This particular thing, spirit of service.
The spirit of service, it's not only theory, of course. In terms of round square practice,
Yeah.
is what we are dwelling into.
Yeah.
We had actually done some. It fed a few people when we went to. We made a few things for the underprivileged students. We constructed. We knitted a few bags. Different activities.
Yeah.
Of basic giving back to society. Basically.
Yeah.
Which again runs on the very famous terminology karma, which is also one of your favorite terms.
Yeah.
And the fourth principle is, of course, the spirit of leadership. It is very important for us to be vocal about our thoughts and for us to have a particular goal and direction towards what we have to achieve. So Round Square as an organization also looks at developing that skill in students through various activities and skills in terms of teamwork and leadership-based activities.
At this point, also, I will ask you one thing, about what is your idea about leadership? What is your understanding about the difference between leader and manager?
A leader is someone who a leader is someone who considers everybody's benefit and the entire organization's benefit and pushes them from the back.
Okay.
Gets his feet in, gets his feet dirty as well, and gets into the groundwork and takes the team. A manager is someone who just directs a team, just gives them instructions and tells them what to do, may not necessarily dwell into how it can be done or what is the reason and explain. It's more of a taskmaster, someone who says do this, do that. Okay, this is not correct. Change this, change that. That's it. A leader would say why do this, why do that. He would be open to more ideas. Would be more, and would also be more. Would also
Make decision, right?
more adaptive. Yeah, he would be adaptive to different kind of people. But manager would say, no, you listen to me. I'm the manager. Spirit of adventure is the fifth pillar that Round Square is based on. As I said before, it talks about how it is essential for young students or just people in general for us to, step out of our own comfort zones and our own bubble and take that extra step to, be more, to recognize and get a more spirit of being curious and, embracing adventure and uncertainty. In fact, in this pillar also, in a way, has personally benefited me, because when COVID actually came through, there are two kinds of people. One is people who have decided to, okay, I'm just going to relax and take the back seat. Or second, take it as an adventure, take it as a challenge and try to find and try to do other things like you are doing, sir, and many other things in order to, be more efficient and get something out of this entire situation. And the final pillar is the spirit of democracy, which of course goes hand in hand with the spirit of internationalism. It's where, it is very important for us to be as a democratic world, because oneness and unity is something that is very, very, very negligibly found, very, very little found in this world. So this pillar also dwells into, how we are responsible not only as wherever we are from, but as individuals, as humans of planet Earth. There's a very beautiful thing in life. There is no failure. There are only results. So, and there are four outputs to any, four types of results. One is you get more than what you expected, like way more than what you expected. Second is you get as much as you expected. And third is you get lesser than what you expected. And fourth is you get something completely different from what you expected.
Yeah, and when you talk about speak about words, right? Power of words. Yeah, and this is the essence of our Indian way of looking at life. We say Shabda Brahma, and in Christianity also you will see, if you read the book of Genesis, the first opening statement is that, right? In the beginning was the Word.
Was the Word, yeah.
And I was with the Word. The Word was me. Yeah. It's the same part. Yeah.
Yes, sir. To emphasize on it, I think words, the words that we say, words by themselves are the only way we can communicate, or one of the most essential ways we communicate with each other. And every word has an energy. Every word has its own tenacity and its energy, and has the power of influencing your decisions, your life, your emotions, and even in turn the people around you. I'll give you a classic example. As a person who tells himself, I can do it, I will do it, is the person who will be able to do it. If you take in the same situation of another person who says, oh, what if I can't do it? It's so tough, I can't do it, I'm not able to do it. Because like I believe the universe, if you go connect it to religion or mythology, angels, right? We have two angels on our shoulders. Hinduism says Tathastu. Angels are always listening to you and saying Tathastu. So even when I was growing up, my grandmother used to tell me, be careful of the words you use and be careful what you ask for. At that point, I didn't understand why she's saying that, because angels are listening. And in Islam, in Parsis, or in Christianity, Amen. In Islam, Ameen. Those are words that our angels are continuously saying around us. So what we say is what we get. And when I got into behavioral sciences and psychology and just understanding how the world works, the universe is always listening to you. I'm sure you've heard of the book or the movie The Secret, right? And how the universal energy and the universe is always listening to you. Whatever. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, Rhonda Byrne.
Yeah. Yes.
The author.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah, the author. Yeah.
Book. Yeah.
Yeah. So the words that we are saying, everything that we are telling is being heard, and that's why it's very essential for people to make sure that we use more positive words and more, enlightening words instead of negative words. One very classic example, human tendency is to use the word but, B-U-T. I'll give you a statement. This is good, but I would like that. The statement on the whole is positive, but the word but is negating the positive impact of the following statement. Rather, you say, this is good, however, I would like that. Right? And these kind of, a lot of these words actually play a very, very huge role. One example, personally, I would like to share is, it's just been I'm sure you're aware, it's always been my dream, is my dream to buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And when I finished with Sarla Birla and I knew I'm going to Switzerland to study, I told myself and I affirmed every day that I'm going to drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, so in 7 months, I went to Paris. I didn't know. I went to Paris for a holiday, which was again unplanned, last minute. Went to Paris and I was able to rent a Lamborghini for about 4 to 5 hours and have the best time in my life. Again, which also relating to the previous discussion of whether God made man or man made God. If you look at all religious scriptures or all religions, in the end, they're all preaching the same thing, which is harmony, unity, oneness, respect everybody, and be peaceful. But it's humans, and it is us humans that is using religion as a basis to create commotion and to cause issues, because There are a lot of power. Humans are, of course, power hungry. Um, Power. There's a very, as the saying goes, power, money, sex are the three things that drives the world. These are the three things that drives the world. So, power is something that is got by religion being one of its tools. A lot of our leaders or people who are, sitting on top of the chain or top of the world pyramid are using these kind of tools in order to, have a grip on all the people around us, or have a grip on humanity, which is, yes, links to the statement of whether man made God or God made man.
Yeah, and when you talk of all the religions propagating the same thing, to have peace, to have a peaceful life. Now, in an attempt to have peace, what we are having is peace.
Yes,
Yeah.
peace. That's very sad. Sadly true.